Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town in Columbus, Ohio.
Boom! And we are reading for you the week of May 11th. All of the books dropped. Like, what
All
in the
of them.
world?
Yeah.
Like, was it not just Free Comic Book Day? What happened?
Right?
I don't...
It was a weird week because there's no, like, big iconic titles. Like,
Right.
Batman's not there, Justice League's not there, Amazing Spider...
And yet...
But there is a
Amazingness.
ton of other stuff.
Yeah. All the cool things dropped, and we read so much of it that, like, we have one book
I don't know
that's
how
the
much,
same.
I have no idea how I'm going to fit the hashtags in a tweet.
You're not, okay? I'll
it's not
take
gonna
mine,
happen.
you take yours.
And then we'll
That's just how
go
we're going to
there.
have to do it. So, all right. Looking at the Goodreads that you should read,
Yes.
we have all different, okay?
Oh, no,
Nothing
no,
the
we
same.
got the one.
Oh, no, we do have the one. Okay. Whew,
Yeah.
Thank God. I was like
this,
how
I
are we
think,
going to do this?
just the
Okay.
one also.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so we had two books that were the same out of all of them. Okay. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let me get Heavy Metal Drummer out of the way.
Let's talk about it.
Only because it's so strange.
Okay.
Heavy Metal Drummer from Behemoth. You've heard me gush about this. Created and written by Kiefer Finlow and Emilio Pliskin. Great name. Art by Luke.
Wait. What's this chapter called? I love it.
I don't know that we can
No, we
say
can't
it.
say it. We cannot say, because that would be a spoiler.
But the thing is, the chapter name totally makes sense with what's happening.
Yes, that's amazing.
God, this is just such a fever dream, a mescaline mistake. So this dude who's a drummer in a heavy metal band has been tasked with stopping the invasion of a interdimensional bad guys into our kingdom, and they present themselves as cats.
Yes,
and
or cat havers,
professional doers of the stuff, and that ties into the particular title of the chapter. So yeah, it's just amazing. The art is so cool. The color choices are just so wrong that they're right. It's awesome. It should be a blacklight poster. Yeah.
I dig it.
Good times. Good times.
I like it. All right, so I'm gonna stick with Behemoth on this one, and I took on STRGRL. Okay, so here's the problem. This is my own fault. Okay, so I saw part 1, got excited, didn't even recognize that it says episode 2.
Yeah.
So I'm jumping in here totally blind. But okay, here's the vibe. If Corey Lewis, right, who did Shark Knife back in the day, right? If he did Sailor Moon, that's what this feels like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that in terms of context and things like that, I don't necessarily have, so I got to read the first part. But big shout out to Lucas Mendonca, who seem to have done this entire series by themselves. So it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, friggin' amazing. Was this a webcomic first?
I don't know.
The design format of it makes it look like it, but it's so graphically pleasing. I enjoyed this. And then there's like a gallery in the back of some amazing pinup pieces that just add to it even more. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was fun. So
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I want to read the rest of this just so I can have an understanding of what this is. Good job.
Alrighty. From Charles Soule and Ryan Brown from the Image Comics, 8 billion Genies.
That's a couple.
It is. What would the world look like if in one moment every human being of all ages that's still alive, which is important, gets a genie that grants them one wish?
Oh, snap.
It doesn't work.
No?
Well, everybody gets their wish,
Right?
but not all the wishes kind of mesh together particularly well. So we're beginning to see the fallout of that. And one person has...
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. The monster truck full of French fries from McDonald's.
Yes!
Well, God, no, I'm a fat ass. Like, those are...
Oh, wait, is that gold?
That's gold.
No, whatever. That's French fries. It could have been French fries. I would have thought they were French fries.
Spoiler alert, Ryan's...
He's hungry.
Oh, my
okay,
God.
he's hungry.
But yeah, it's so amazingly done. And Charles, the art is just...
It does look phenomenal.
It's so cool. And Charles comes up with a very interesting way of creating a home base.
Okay.
Where the story can be told from and not have to worry about it by someone's wish.
Ooh.
It is really, really cool. So yeah, I highly recommend.
Okay. All right, so this one was a challenge for me. Blood Syndicate, issue 1, season 1. from the new Milestone relaunch. This one we have Jeffrey Thorne writing, Chris Cross on art, Juan Castro, Will Quintana. Okay, so here's the thing. From the original Milestone series, this is the book, this is the series that made me despise the entire imprint.
Oh, wow.
And here's why. Okay, so, I don't know if you know this, but I'm black.
Spoiler.
But growing up as a
There's
teenager,
somebody out
I know,
there that
just
just pieced together.
Oh my god!
They're like, oh, that's the name of the show.
Oh, and the books are read. Oh, of course, yeah, we read the books. Okay, but no. So as a black teen in the 90s, there was a huge rampant surge of gang culture that I was unfortunately subject to based on the neighborhoods that I lived in. Yeah. And walking around with a comic book called Blood Syndicate was not taken to very kindly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Especially when, if you go back and look at the original Blood Syndicate issue 1 cover, everyone's doing a hand sign. And it's actually a deconstruction of an actual gang hand sign. Right. So I grew up in a neighborhood where this definitely would not have been appreciated.
Yeah.
So this was a series that brought the reality of 90s gang culture into my fantasy escapism, and I hated them for it. Yeah. Like, I can't lie. Like, if anybody wants to get into a philosophical debate about it, we can talk. I don't mind talking about it, but that's my truth. Yeah. It brought, like, comics were my fantasy safe haven from cultural touchstones like that, and then like kind of shoved in my face, and I was like, hate the whole imprint. So I was really like trying to get beyond myself to give this a shot. I'm older now. I have a different point of view in life, and what's interesting is I feel like it has the same context.
Okay,
but it's it's more mature in its presentation. Okay, and I can appreciate that more so than I could when I was around the age of these characters. It's interesting, like to see movies that, you know, have like this glorification of certain lifestyles, Fresh, Juice, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. Like, I've seen all those things, and I don't necessarily have the same visceral reaction because movies aren't exactly my safe space. Yeah. It's just something I'll watch. To see it in comics, though, it gets me in a different, totally different place. I don't know. It's a trauma I got to deal with. I'm working on it, okay? But I actually appreciated this more than I did the initial series. Okay. So big, huge, like, hand claps, hand praise to the creative team for this. It's still a little too much of it for me, but I like it better than I did before, if that makes sense. So, interesting one. If you're into Milestone, definitely, you know, jump on board. This is one of those, like, classic titles. You got to read this one if you are a fan of the original runs. So, check it out. See if I'm just sensitive. I don't mind if I am. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like, let me know. Let me know how you felt about it, because that was definitely a thing for me. I was like, this is too close. It's too close. So, yeah.
Last.
Okay.
The Ocean will take us. Number 2. Rick Durick, Carlos Olivares, Manuel Pupo, and Dave Sharp.
Good old Dave.
The creators. Okay,
so we talked about the very kid-friendly style that this series is drawn in. From this issue, this is like if Scooby-Doo had a Max series, right?
Kind of, yeah.
You know, it's kind of mystery. It's kind of, let's go solve this. Come on, gang. There are parts of it that outright read with that level of, you know, dialogue and entrance.
Kind of Scooby and Scooby Gang.
Yes.
So like the Whedon Buffy series, like the television series, because it does that. Like, it's this very relatable, very younger reader-ish.
But then they drop some F-bombs. And you're like, oh, nope, not Scooby. Not Scoob. More Doobie than Scooby. That's not it. I wanted to punch the one person in the face for not getting the movie reference.
Right.
I immediately didn't like him. Like, immediately. I've never turned on a character. Right. I've never turned on a character so quickly for not understanding a cultural reference in my life. But I did. I was like, trash.
It's, God, I'm loving it. Like, it was tough for it to go here instead of here.
Yes.
It's that tweenish, the fun vibe, but it takes like some really dark stuff, like some Lovecraftian and cult Dagon type action. But puts it through this like Buffy lens, and it's so much fun. I'm seeing their core group of characters are really starting to come together.
Yes.
And we're getting that team they'll be going with. Yeah, just so good.
Really, really like it. It's got like this, the style is such a mix of things. It's like Dragon Ball meets Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Which I really, really like. So
yeah, this book is like the best parts of like 10 different things.
Yes.
But like
put together
in its own unique way. So it's nothing derivative.
Right.
It just, you're like, oh, they're like elevator pitch. This is what this
reminds me. And I love those things that it reminds me of. It's really good. It's really good. And I thought that, they had peaked when they figured out a great way of showing people swim in comics. Which I was wrong.
Yeah.
No, they carried it through. Yeah. This is awesome.
And remember, number one, if stores ordered 15 or more copies, they are strip cover returnable, which will happen. I think it goes up on next month.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Guys, jump on this one. This is your chance. It's only 2 issues in. Great time to jump on. And double your reading pleasure by having book 1 and 2 right there.
It's good.
Okay, so those are the good reads you should read. Must reads. We have one.
Yeah,
that is the same.
One that is the same.
All right. Where do you want to go?
Sell me on Jurassic League, because that was one I was hating on so much.
Don't mind if I do. Jurassic League. This is pure ridiculousness. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say it just like that. Seriously, Juan Gideon, Daniel Warren Johnson, crazy. Okay, just crazy. Your DC heroes are all dinosaurs. Like it's just that simple. Your DC heroes are all dinosaurs. How this actually takes place, where everyone lines up, I don't know, right? It's not necessarily saying like, oh, there was something that happened and a comet hit the Earth or didn't hit the Earth. None of that. Like Superman? I'm sorry, not Superman. Supersaurus. Yeah, that's right. The puns are on point, okay? Superstar.
The jawline.
Yeah.
It's so
it's amazing.
It's majestic.
Right? Sent to Earth, boom, same story. Wonder Dawn, come on, okay? Like all the things that you want this to be, it absolutely is.
Do we get to see into the Bat Cave?
No, we do better than that. We see
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Wait. Let's give you a little bit more. You want some more? Because they're out here. Yes. Come on. I'm gonna wait. Last one.
Oh wow. That is kind of scary.
Right?
Nice.
So, okay. This book, my daughter loves dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it's almost a guarantee that I'm going to show her this because even at 4, she's going to find this fascinating.
Yeah.
This reeks of, I want a toy line, stupid gimmick that will entertain a child for a long time. It is right here. Like, that whole barbarian DC, line.
Yeah. Still miss dinosaurs.
Still miss dinosaurs. Please. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And I loved it. Yeah.
Alrighty. From Boom Studios. Stephanie Phillips doing the writing. The title, Illustrated. And illustrated is the right word. It is not just simply drawn. It is illustrated by Flaviano. Colors by Rico Renzi. Colors, perfect. Lettering choices also on point because there's a ton of stuff that is awesome. Different. And that's Tom Napolitano.
You got it.
I got it.
We got you, Tom.
I'm sorry. I suck at life. All right. So this is the story of a supernatural entity that is kind of like the Grim Reaper. It is a job that more than one entity have.
Okay.
And in this particular one, this is not her first, but she's going in. She's someone died. She's taking them to the afterlife, which is not necessarily what we think it is. Mm-hmm. And it's solid, and I wasn't thinking much of it because of course there's somebody that's like, oh, the afterlife is slightly different than we've imagined it to be, in that kind of thing. I was wondering what the hook was going to be, and the hook is, and this does not spoil anything.
Okay, good.
the person that she brought to the afterlife most recently stole her scythe, and now he's going out to try to reclaim his life.
Oh.
And if she gets caught without her scythe, she could get fired, whatever that means. So
that's not a good thing.
Yeah. So this is really, really cool. It went, once that hook hits you, and you're like, okay. Yeah, just amazing. The art, the coloring, the story.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're going to keep this train going. Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 11, Tom Taylor, Torme, wait, let me make sure I get this right. Cian, I think it's Cian, Torme, Federico Blee, and Matt Herms. Letters by Dave Sharp. Okay, you got the reveal last issue. Batman levels a accusation at John's new love. We're going to see that play out a little bit, and that's cool. There is a moment in this that I outright, you heard me exclaim, Tom Taylor, do not attempt to make me cry. Okay, I'm going to warn you. Everyone that hated the why did you say that name, don't touch this book. Don't touch it, because you don't deserve it. Okay? You don't deserve it. The reason why is because there's a revelation made in this that makes perfect sense, and we've never thought of it. Never.
Let me peruse this panel.
This is gonna it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you because you're gonna be like, just these two right there. Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Perfect. You've never thought of it. You've never thought of it. I know you've never thought of it. I've never thought of it. No one has ever thought of it.
Except Tom.
Except for Tom.
That makes sense.
Like, complete perfect. And you're like, well, yeah. But I now feel a solid 32% dumber for having not ever thought of it.
Yeah. And not because you've become dumber, but you were unaware of your dumbness.
Thank you. Now that I'm aware, which technically means that I'm smarter, I recognize that the bar just dropped down. Ooh. Yeah. This was fun.
What better support group?
Right!
Dang it, Tom Taylor.
I'm just saying. See what you did, Tom Taylor? And I'm always going to say your name that way. We can be best friends. I'm always going to call you Tom Taylor. To your face. That's what's going to happen.
Alrighty.
Oh, another Ryan book.
Yeah, from Vault Comics, West of Sundown, number 2. Written by Tim Seeley and Aaron Campbell. Drawn by Jim Terry. Colored by Triona Farrell. Amazing colors. Lettered by Crank. So, this is part of that Weird West story where a vampire is in need of her ancestral earth.
Yes.
And she is on a quest to get that. And she is unaware of the fact that she is being hunted by something really horrible that thinks it's not horrible, which is bad because
a mistake.
You either know you're evil or you're like, oh, I'm good, but I'm doing evil stuff.
Yeah,
which is a whole nother complication. And so we get to this place where she became a vampire.
Oh, backstory.
And God, it was a church.
Oh,
where we find out some backstory about her parents.
Okay,
and another heartbreaking, these two were in love, but the world had other plans.
Oh no!
And just an accidental death. So she goes to this place, and there's something going on.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, there is something completely not cool or holy happening.
I don't want to go to that service.
Right?
No.
And so what would have been like a quick in and out, and then we're going to go on our way, becomes this, no, we have to stay and fix this. So they gave us a hook. There's the thing's there.
Dangling on the hook.
Seeing that thing get ripped in half was amazing.
Oh.
But yeah, it's not your typical vampire story.
I like that.
But it still has the element. It's this World of Darkness, Weird West that they're killing it.
Again, Tim Seeley is the master of the vampire stories these days. So, and what's crazy? They don't suck.
They don't suck.
Okay?
They're all good.
That's literally the thing. He's like the anti-vampire writer. They don't suck. Also, speaking of things that don't suck.
Who was it that pointed out to Marvel that Cates was writing both?
I don't know, but somebody had to. Somebody in editorial was like, wait, what? Why did you say that name? Donny Cates. Why did you say that name? Hulk versus Thor, Banner of War, Part 1. Wow. Cates, Martin, Cuculo, y'all are wilding. Okay, y'all are firing on all cylinders, forms, and things. This is amazing. Okay, so if you haven't been following both series, this won't necessarily hit you like it should. There is a nice little recap that catches you up, though, which I did appreciate. But you should be reading both Thor and Hulk right now so that you can really understand the gravitas of what is happening. Both characters have undergone immense changes. You can't talk about any of this without...
Can you? Like, well, I mean, we're not spoiling anything that's in here. Like, Thor's already happened.
Okay, fair
Hulk's
game,
already
fair
happened.
Game. Okay. So, Hulk ship, right? Banner has found a way to put himself in Hulk's mind.
He's compartmentalized himself.
There you go. Good phrasing.
In the psyche, and he's now running Hulk like a big meat mecha.
Yeah.
And the way he's powering it is through different levels of rage.
Yes.
And how...
on the scales of which are... those are tasty.
Yeah.
Thor has gone through it from becoming the Herald of Galactus to...
killing Galactus.
To losing his hammer, losing his dad. That was the same day.
Getting both back.
Yeah, in a very colorful way.
Yeah.
All of these things, right? And there's this looming threat of something that's happened in Texas, because it's always Texas, that Thor feels like he's the only one that can address it. This features one of the best solutions to the Mjolnir conundrum I've ever seen. And oh my god.
It's disgusting.
It is filthy. I want, dollars to donuts, okay? Cates was on the toilet when he figured that one out. Like, that's, because sometimes that's where the best ideas come from, and that's the only way you could have come up with something like that, is by sitting on the toilet.
It's such a workaround.
It's genius.
Yeah.
It's absolutely genius and dark, and I mean, if there's anybody that's willing, it would be him.
Yeah.
It would be him.
This is the entire issue minus a couple pages is fighting. It's just
fight.
Hulk
Fight.
versus Thor fighting the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
They fight in a magical land.
It's so beautiful.
But the description is...
I feel like the description is very thumb in its nose.
Yeah.
But it works, though.
Yeah.
It totally works. Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, anybody that's out there, it's like, Hulk has been too cerebral, or Thor has been too talky recently. Well,
there you go.
This is...
Challenge accepted. Challenge met. And I can't even put it back in there. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be a book that comic book writers, artists, everyone is going to study for a long time to see how you can effectively do recaps, capture characters, like showcasing two different characters in the same book without like saying one is above the other.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because it doesn't feel like a Hulk book or a Thor book.
No.
It is both of them. It is their book.
Yeah. Like, I can't, like, Donny Cates is sitting there with socks, and he's talking as one, and he's talking as the other, and they're like, it's amazing. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's got to be that. It's the only way you can write something that good. That's it. Sock puppets. Trust me, I'm a writer. I know these things. Remind myself to make some sock puppets. That's going to be amazing. Oh my God. Such good books. We read so many things. We hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you've gotten all the way to this point, make sure you click the thumbs up, that like, because we need it. And the algorithm will tell the rest of the people that aren't watching the show that they need to, because you know how good it is.
And every week we do this, and you know how good it is. Right. Hit subscribe and the bell, which will let you know.
Bing. Boom. Biggity boom. So till next week, we'll see you later.